I need some more geometry to explain further. So in Max here, I'll just go to my cube, go to element, face mode, and select everything. And then click this tessellate button, which subdivides every face into 4. So every time I click, it just keeps subdividing it. And that's enough for now. If you press this little window icon and you press this plus icon, which is applying continue, it will just keep doing the same. Otherwise, there's this tension that will modify the object in a way I wouldn't like right now. We also have mesh smooth, which if I press it, both subdivides and smooths the object, which I can leave as is for now because this is okay. So if I want to do the same in Maya, I choose my cube and go up here, and if I say add divisions, it will subdivide my faces without smoothing. And if I go up to mesh and click smooth, it will also add division and smooth at the same time. In Blender, when I go into edit mode and I want to do the same thing, I select everything and say right click, subdivide, and it subdivides my mesh as many times as I want. And there's this window down here which I can open and modify the number of cuts I want. And if I choose to, there is also this smoothing, which will smooth my mesh as well. Or I can even introduce some noise with this fractal option. So Blender is versatile like that. Of course, anytime you can apply just a subdivision modifier on your object. For example, if I press Ctrl 1, it will add one level of subdivision with the modifier on top. And if I increase it, it goes like this. Yet if I go to edit mode, of course, it's just subdividing as a modifier and it's non-destructive, so I can't edit that geometry and I have to apply it, and I have to be in object mode to apply it. So here in the modifier panel, I either come to this little arrow, click apply, or hover above this panel with my mouse and click Control A. And now if I go to edit mode, I have that geometry available. If I'm interested in the same thing in Max, I have to add a modifier here called Turbo Smooth. And if I type Turbo, then I just select it and up the iterations as I see fit. You can turn it on and off by these icons, just as you can in Blender with any modifier by pressing this little monitor icon here. The same goes for this camera icon. This will be visible in render mode or not. You can also increase render iterations here, but it won't be visible in the viewport until you increase levels in the viewport. In Maya, smoothing is also applied. If you by default press 2 and 3, I have my shortcut. And when you do, it just smooths the object and you can model like this and turn it on. It looks like, turn it off. It looks like this.